If you have a block or a pillow and sitting up on that feels better in your body, you can feel free to do that. Sometimes it just feels good to elevate the hips a little bit over the knees. It just kind of lets the spine be a little bit more long. So if you've been like sitting crunched over at your desk or couch, maybe that just gives you a little extra space here. And taking a moment to be fully present. So leaving behind the to-do list of the day, maybe whatever happened this morning, maybe you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, or I mean, perhaps it was even a great day, but just fully committing yourself to being here. And building that awareness through your breath. So you can begin to practice a Ujjayi breath here, inhaling deeply through the nose and exhaling through the nose, keeping the lips pressed together. So the Ujjayi breath allows you to build a little internal heat. And it's an audible breath. So it serves as a reminder to you as you move through your practice. And beginning to turn the attention from the breath to the body, noticing any sensations you may feel. So maybe just being aware of the sits bones grounding down into the mat, maybe grounding down into a pillow, a block, if you're using any props to elevate the hips. And then noticing the pressure of your hands if they're resting on your thighs or resting on the knees. Maybe even being aware of the breath as the inhales and exhales move in and out of the nose. Continuing to cultivate the breath here. So maybe you bring an intention to tonight's practice. Maybe some specific reason has brought you to your mat, or there's something that you're working on today. Maybe it's just you need a little stress relief. Maybe just the low back is feeling a little cranky from all that sitting. But for me today and for this week, I think I'm really struggling to embrace the uncertainty of this time. So, being uncertain about a lot of things, being uncertain about if I'll have a different job in the fall, being uncertain about if quarantine will ever end, being uncertain if we're going to be going back to school and what that's going to look like. And so I found this quote that I think really speaks to this. The highest aim of any spiritual path is letting go. Trusting at the level of the spirit, everything is always unfolding perfectly. Embrace uncertainty and cherish it as tenderly as a newborn baby. Deepak Chopra. So maybe taking a moment and just embracing some of the uncertainty in your life, and just being aware that we're not in control of the world around us. We can't hurry up the deadlines, or we can't know the answers, and we need to just live in the questions for this moment. One more round of breath here. And as you're ready, beginning to open the eyes if you've closed them, we'll begin to kind of take some gentle movements just to open up the shoulders, open up the upper body. So from here, you can just bring your hands to touch your shoulders, and we're going to just take these big shoulder circles. So with an inhale, kind of bringing the elbows down and then together, exhale up and down. Two more like that. Inhale up, exhale down. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. All right. And then from here, making our way into the head, the neck. So reaching your right hand up, bringing it over the left ear, and then drawing the head over, releasing it over to the right shoulder. If this feels okay in your body, maybe you can reach the left hand down to the earth. If the earth doesn't feel available, feel free to just kind of stretch it away from you. And if you're still not feeling enough sensation, maybe you draw the gaze over to the right knee, kind of bringing the stretch into the side of the neck. And with your next breath release, just let any of the creaks come out of your neck there. I know mine always makes a lot of noise. And then sweep your left hand over, let it rest on top of the right ear. Pull the head over towards the left shoulder really gently. And maybe those right fingers reach down for the mat. Even if just the tip of the fingers reaches, that's okay. And then maybe the gaze comes over towards that left knee again. Last breath here. Beautiful, and then release. Just finding any of those little cracks and pops in the neck. All right, so if you have a block underneath you, you can move it out of your way. If you have a strap or another household item or prop nearby, I would just encourage you to place that over to the left side of your mat. And we're gonna come to our tabletop position. So letting your wrists be right under your shoulders here. Your toes can be untucked behind you so the shoelace part of your foot presses down into the ground. And from here, allow the belly to soften, the chest shines forward, gaze high, the neck relax. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, gaze back towards the knees, let the chin drop. Exhale, chin up, chest up, seat up, and exhale, press into the mat. One more round of breath. Beautiful. And then from here, we'll begin to take this kind of crunching in, making sure that we have our abs kind of warmed up a little. So ground up through your right hand, and then float your left hand out in front of you like you're gonna shake someone's hand. Draw a little weight into the left knee, and then the right leg extends out long. You can either stay here for a static hold, or maybe begin to crunch in knee to elbow for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend everything out long, left hand to the earth, let the right foot keep floating. And I'm gonna bring my right foot over to the left side of my mat. Gaze over your left shoulder, find a little stretch. For me, I feel it through my left hip, but maybe you feel it in your right side thigh. One more breath here. And then we're gonna come to sitting cow facing legs. So just a cross-legged position. I'm a little bit to the off of the left side of my mat. Sorry, that was tricky to say. And my knees are stacked. So I can turn and face you just so you can see what that looks like. If that's not comfortable in your hips, to have one knee over the other, this is a deep hip stretch, feel free just to sit in an easy seat like you would. And then from here, we're gonna take a full cow facing pose. So I'm gonna bring the strap into my right hand and reach my right hand high. I can reach over with my left hand, grab onto my right elbow. See if I can kind of find that stretch. So bringing the right elbow over towards the left side. So that strap is hanging down behind me. And I'm gonna sweep my left hand back, grab onto the strap, and then maybe I can walk my fingertips together. So hopefully you can see that my fingertips can touch here, but it's a little tricky to interlace them. So I'm just gonna stay grabbing onto the strap. Make sure that my chin's lifted. I'm not kind of tucking my chin and squeezing my head. And then maybe I can begin to hinge forward, finding a stretch in the shoulders and in the hips. 3 full breaths. With your next breath, you can begin to come back up, release the strap, and we'll place the strap over to the right side of the mat, and come back to our hands and knees. We'll just take one cat-cow. Beautiful. And then this time, reaching the right hand out in front of us and sweeping that left leg out long. You can flex through those toes. Again, same option to stay for a static hold or crunch in for 5. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend everything out long. Right hand to the earth, left foot floats. Swing it over to the right side. I'm kicking things in my yoga space. All right, gaze over the shoulder. Find that stretch. Maybe it's through the hip, maybe it's through the right side body. And with our next breath, we'll find those cow-facing legs. So my legs are a little bit off the mat, but my knees are pretty closely stacked. This time, the right leg is on top. The closer you get your heels into your hips, the deeper the stretch will become, but you want to keep both sits bones on the ground. So this time the strap comes into the left hand, the left arm reaches high. You can take your right hand, grab onto the left elbow, pull the elbow as close to the right side of your body as you can get it. Strap hangs down the back. Oh, I can already feel this in my hips. And then reach that right hand behind you. Maybe you grab onto the strap. If you don't have straps in it, you can always grab onto the back of your shirt and see if you can walk your hands up your shirt. So if you don't have open shoulders and this feels terrible, just breathe into it. If this feels all right, maybe you begin to fold forward, coming into full Mukasana. And with your next breath, begin to come back up. We'll release our strap onto the earth. You can put it off to the side. We won't use it for just a bit. And we'll return to our tabletop shape. One more cat-cow. And as you're ready, you can tuck your toes behind you. Let your hips lift high. Find your first downward facing dog of the day. So do what you need to do here to make this posture feel good. So oftentimes it feels good to pedal out the feet or walk the dog. Let one heel press into the earth and bend deeply into the other knee. And with your next breath, switch that out. Take one more breath, and then we'll find stillness in this shape. And then from here, begin to shift forward. Find your high plank. Allow the shoulders to be right over the wrists, and just think about drawing your navel up towards the sky. So a little bit angry pat through the back. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Keep the hands just as they are. Let the head fall back. The gaze can drop to between the feet or maybe between the knees. We'll take one more plank just like that. Inhale, shift forward. Gaze slightly forward of the hands. This time holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. And then slowly letting the feet walk in. We'll find this Uttanasana ragdoll shape. Maybe you begin to reach for opposite elbows here. And then with your next round of breath, inhale, find a flat back. So kind of looking at like a number 7. Gaze forward, see if you can draw the shoulders back, so just opening the collarbones up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Again, bringing a little weight into the balls of the feet. So really feeling the hamstrings here. Whew, if you've been doing a lot of sitting, that should be a little tender. Exhale, hold down. Ground down through the heels, reach up, rise up. Urdhva Hastasana, hands come to heart center. So we'll move through a classical sun salutation, just warming up the whole body. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hinge, fold all the way down. Inhale, lengthen the spine, knees forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back. Drop the right knee and tuck the toes. From here, the arms can reach high for a full low lunge. Or maybe it feels better today to bring the knees down to that left knee, your choice. And with your next breath, hands can frame out that left foot, tuck the back toes, step back to high plank. Drop your knees, bottom stays high, chest and chin come down to the earth, baby cobra. Press into the hands. Lift to your comfort level, elbows squeeze in. 3, 2, and 1. Release, make your way to down dog. Take your time to get there. I'll find a full breath there. And as you're ready, right leg steps high, bend the right knee, step the right foot through. Left knee down, toes untuck. Inhale, arms reach. Again, 3 full breaths here. So same choices with your arms. If you need to bring them down, or if that feels more stable, definitely take that choice. With your next breath, frame out the front foot. Tuck the left toe, step that foot forward. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, deep fold. Root to rise, arms come high. Bring it back to heart center. Left side with a variation. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge fold all the way down. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, hands frame out the feet. Left foot steps back. Knee softens, toes untuck. Inhale, reach up. Beautiful. And then we'll let our left hand come down to the earth. And we're just kind of going to take these big circles with our right hand. So look different than we usually do. Sweep that right hand down with the inhale. And exhale back. It kind of feels like backstroking if you ever took swimming class or we're on the swim team. 2 more breaths here. Now going in the opposite direction. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Let's inhale. Beautiful. All right, from here, we'll step to high plank. Knees, chest, chin into Bhujangasana Cobra. Lift to your comfort level. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Toes tuck. Down dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale, leg lifts. Bend your left knee, step it through. Right knee down, arms sweep high just for a moment. And then exhale, right hand comes down. We'll take those big hips, big arm circles. So forward, 3 breaths. 2, and 1. If you have shoulder creaking, you're not alone. We'll go the opposite direction. Plant that hand back down. We'll step our back foot forward. Inhale, peel the chest off the thighs. Exhale, Uttanasana. And the knees lift the chest. High prayer, pull it down to heart. Moving into sun salutation in A. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge fold down. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, hands plant, step back. You can stick with knees, chest, chin, or take a full vinyasa. High plank down to low plank, hovering the thighs. And then exhale, upward facing dog. Oops, sorry, inhale. Exhale, press back, down dog. We'll take 3 breaths here. With the next breath, begin to step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, deep fold. Reach up, rise up, hands return to prayer. Another like that, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge to fold. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 full breaths. Seeing if the heels can come closer to the earth. Maybe the fingers can spread a little wider. With your next breath, maybe you bend your knees, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, reach, rise. Hands come back to the center of the chest. We're going to take 2 sun Bs here. It's just a traditional one, and then one with a humble warrior variation. So we'll inhale, find our chair pose. So maybe you have the toes together, a little gap in the heels. Maybe you have the feet, shoulders width distance apart, your choice. But try to keep the chest lifted. So we're not bent over here. Sometimes it helps me to gaze up at my hands to keep my nice proud chest. 2 more breaths. Inhale and then exhale, fold forward over, stir your legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. Feel free to take a vinyasa or skip it. We'll meet in our down dog and then step our right foot forward behind our right wrist. Left heel comes down, warrior 1. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. Just finding the stance, squaring the hips and shoulders forward. Maybe bending a little more into that right knee. With the next exhale, hands come back down. You can vinyasa through. Left foot steps forward. Right heel comes down, arms reach up. Again, deep bend into that left knee. And with your exhale, hands frame out the feet, high plank down to low. Three breaths again, in upward, in downward facing. And with your next breath, gaze forward, step or float there. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, your deepest fold. Inhale, Utkatasana chair pose. Gaze high, nice proud chest. Exhale, stand tall, hands come to heart. Last 7B, this time with humble warrior variation. Inhale, find your chair, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, fold down. Gaze forward, right into Chaturanga. Right leg steps, arms reach. Keeping with those shoulder openers. Bring your hands behind your low back. You can either grab for opposite elbows, or if it feels okay to interlace the fingers, press the palms together. With your inhale, lift your fists or lift your elbows away from the body. And then exhale, wiggle that right foot out just a hair. Fold forward, try to get the right knee inside the right. And the right shoulder inside the right knee. 3 breaths. With your next round of breath, release the hands, reach back up, and take a vinyasa if you'd like it. I'll just step right to down dog, but give you the space to breathe through that. With your next breath, left foot forward, right heel down, arms reach high. And then exhale, hands behind the low back. Either reaching for elbows or interlacing the fingers. If you're doing that, try to put the opposite thumb on top. With your inhale, see if you can lift the arms, maybe lift the fist. Exhale, left foot wiggles out. Pull down, knee comes outside of the shoulder. Head is heavy, 3 breaths. And release will begin to come back up. Hands come to the earth. Vinyasa if you'd like it. Holding that down dog for 3 more breaths, knowing your body can hold you. And as you're ready, make your way down to your belly. So we're gonna skip a chair pose here and go right into Locust or Savasana. So just find a comfortable place on your mat. You can allow the hands to come down by the side body. And then flip them over so the palms press into the earth. Maybe bringing your chin to the mat. We're gonna set up for our first round of Locust, where we continue to keep the hands planted and we lift just the legs up. So chin can stay where it is. Inhale. Exhale, sigh out the breath. On an inhale, float the feet. Draw the feet together and then lift up the chin, lift up the chest, but keeping those hands planted as an anchor. Hold for 5, 4, soft through the eyes. 3, 2, and 1. Release down, come to your favorite cheek. With the next variation, we're gonna float hands and feet. Inhale, chin comes back to the mat. Exhale. Inhale, lift up the hands, lift up the feet. You're kind of floating like Superman, palms face down, nice soft face, neutral neck, so gaze down at the earth. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let your head come to the other side. All right, 2 more Locust variations here. A nice little break midway through class. This time, allow your fingers to come to meet. So if you can't grab, interlace the fingers, you can always grab for opposite elbows, your choice. But if it's easy to interlace the fingers, do so. We'll again draw our toes together. Inhale, sigh out the breath. Imagine someone's pulling our feet away from us, drawing the toes together. Lift up the fist. Imagine someone's pulling the fist back and up off our seat. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release back down. One more option here. So you can either stay with any of the variations we've done so far, or maybe you take bow pose. So bow pose would be grabbing onto the feet. You can grab up near the toes or down near the ankles if that feels more comfortable. But then walk the knees back close together. Let the chin return to the earth. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, pick the feet into the hands. You can point the toes. Or maybe it feels better to flex that, a little different sensation. Try to keep drawing the knees together for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Maybe you make a little pillow with your hands. And you can windshield wiper the legs back and forth. As you're ready, we'll all come to an upward facing dog. So hands come underneath the shoulders and then begin to lift yourself up. Beautiful. Stretching out that low back, tuck the toes. All right, beautiful. So coming back to our down dog shape, feel free to move yourself forward or back if you kind of got yourself a little messed up with those locusts. And then from here, we're gonna sweep our right leg high. Let that hip fan open. And then step our right leg through, setting up for our low lunge. So we've been here before. Inhale, arms reach. With our next breath, let your left hand come down to the earth or to a block. If you have a household item at home, like a dictionary or a tissue box that's full, that's also a good alternative. And then from here, we're gonna take a quad stretch. So options along the way. You could just gaze over your right shoulder, extend your right arm back, and then find a nice lumbar stretch, maybe a little hip stretch. If you think you can grab onto it, maybe you try. And if you know that your knee needs a little more protection here, feel free to place a blanket, a pillow under the left knee. If this is okay, maybe you roll onto the blade of the right foot. We'll stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release that foot. Beautiful. And then from here, ground down through your hands, sweep that right knee back. Beautiful. So we're gonna take this into a kneeling half moon. So take your right knee and then just let it swing over to the side. Left toes come to the back of the mat. Left hand can come to hip. Left arm could reach high. So lots of variations here. If this was okay, maybe you float that left leg up. If that's okay, maybe you reach back, grab onto the foot for a kneeling Shavasana. Your choice will be here for 5. One last breath. And then release that down. Beautiful. So coming back to this tabletop shape, feel free to kind of wiggle out the hips if that feels good. Then we're going to take threaded needle to continue to get into our shoulder. So inhale, reach your right arm high, and then exhale, bringing that right arm underneath, coming to rest on the right shoulder and right ear. You can either walk that left hand forward, or maybe it feels better sweeping behind the low back. Option if you'd like a little balancing pose. I like to walk my left hand out, stretching out my armpit, and then reach out my left toes. If this feels okay, maybe I can float those left toes. Staying active with the foot, really flexing through the foot. We'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left toes down, left hand comes back towards the face. Reach your right arm high, and exhale, release. All right, beautiful. So from here, we're gonna take that on the other side. So bring the body back up into your down dog shape. If you'd like a vinyasa here, feel free to take it. If not, just hang in down dog and find breath. With our next inhale, left leg comes high, opening up that hip. Maybe the right heel comes closer down to the earth. And then step that left foot forward and through Anjaneyasana, low lunge. All right, so from here, we can inhale, reach those arms high. Take 1 breath there. Just let that be a nice transition, noticing how the hip flexors feel a bit more open. And then right hand comes down to an earth or the block. You can gaze back, looking back at that left hand. If that feels okay, maybe you bend the right knee in. See if you can grab onto the foot. If you can't get it today, don't worry. And we'll stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Release that. Put back down. Plant both hands And then we're gonna sweep that left leg back, returning to our kneeling shape. So you're in your tabletop here, and then you come to send that left foot over to the side so it comes just off the mat and then turn away from you. The right foot comes to the rear of the mat, right arm can reach high. Again, hand could stay on the hip if that feels better. Or we can begin to take either Shavasana or just kneeling half moon. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Release back down, returning to your tabletop. And then we're going to take our threaded needle on this side. So right hand grounds down. Inhale, left arm finds length. Exhale, bring that underneath. Left ear kisses the ground, and right fingertips can crawl forward. Again, same choice here to stay on both knees. Or maybe it feels better to take that kind of floating, balancing variation. If the right leg comes out behind, maybe the toes lift high. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those feet back to the earth. Right hand comes back in. Inhale, left arm reaches high. Beautiful. You can return to your down dog. Option to find a vinyasa here. Or if you just want to take 2 good cleansing breaths, I'll do those with you. Inhale. Exhale, open them out, side out. 1 more. Inhale deeply. Release the breath. Beautiful. And with your next breath, we're going to step our right leg forward in between the hands as we set up for our first warrior 2 of the night. Arms cartwheel. And find your stance a little bit longer than our warrior 1. So make sure that you give yourself ample space. Beautiful. And that back foot should be parallel to the rear edge of the mat. Gaze out over the right middle finger. 2 more breaths here. With your next breath, reach forward, radiate the warrior back. Maybe the left hand slides down the left leg. Gaze up the right palm. Make sure your right arm isn't squishing your cheek. A little lift there. And as you're ready, we're going to come into radiant triangle. So straighten through the right leg. Left hand slides a little bit more down the left leg if that's available. Maybe you gaze at the right thumb, 3 breaths. With your next breath, begin to come back up. We'll set up for regular Trikonasana. If you like to slide your left foot in 1 heel toe in, feel free to do so. We're going to take a different variation of triangle. So take a half bind. The left hand sweeps behind you and reaches over towards your right hip. Maybe it can reach onto the right hip crease. And then from here, let the hip shift a little to the left, reach that right hand forward, and just fall into your triangle. So usually I can touch my toes. With the half bind, I can't. It opens up the chest, it opens the shoulder, it kind of forces you to gaze up. You should feel a deeper stretch in the left side body into the left hip. 2 more breaths. With your next breath, begin to come back up. So I'm going to keep that half bind. We're going to go into half bound, half moon. If you're like, no way, Kristen, I can't do my half moon with this bind, get rid of it. Just do your half moon if you're working on that. That feels challenging enough. Otherwise, you can either come into it from triangle, or maybe you bend that knee, place the right fingers just forward of the right toes, and then float that left leg up. Trying to flex through the left toes. Make sure that right hand is just under the shoulder. And then spin your left shoulder open. Ooh, mine does not look so pretty tonight. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, And one. Release back. We'll all just hang in our warrior two for just a second, grabbing breath. Exhale. Beautiful. Bring the hands back down to the earth. Vinyasa if you like it, or just hang in that down dog. I'll be here. One more breath. And then from here, left leg steps between the hands. We take our warrior two coming in this direction. So take a moment to settle in. Make sure that back foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Deep bend in the left knee. And with your next breath, reach forward, radiate back. Continue to find that deep bend in the left knee. Again, make sure you're not squishing your cheek. Just pull that bicep gently away from the face. Just a little space there. Keep reaching back, straighten the left leg, radiant triangle, 3 breaths. With your next breath, come back up, arms come to a T. We prepare for Trikonasana. You can always wiggle that right foot in if that feels preferable. Take your half bind if you want it. It's a nice challenge, opens the chest up, and then let the body come forward. Beautiful, so gaze over that right shoulder. Know that you're gonna be about an inch or two higher with this half bind. 2 more deep breaths. Grounding down to the heels, engaging in the core slowly with control, coming back up. All right, so I'm staying with this half bind. This is a weird way to talk to you. But I'm gonna go right into my half moon, half bind. I don't think that's a real word. Bend into your left knee if that feels better for you. Left hand in front of the left foot. And begin to float your way up. Try to walk that hand so it's just under the shoulder. Feel free to use a block if you need it. Flex your toes to stay active. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release everything down. Woo. Return to your warrior two if you fell out of it. So did I, so it's okay. We'll hang here. Deep breath. And then bring everything back down to the earth. And with your next round of breath, we're gonna lift our right leg high. Step our right foot through, finding our low crescent lunge. Sorry guys, I got a little foot stuckness. So from your low crescent lunge, you can begin to airplane the arms, peeling the chest up off the thigh. As you're ready, reach the arms high, finding high crescent lunge. If you were already there, fantastic. Take 1 more round of breath here. Bring your hands to heart center. We're gonna step right into our tree. If you fall out, don't worry. Step into your variation of tree. Make sure the foot is not on your knee joint. Hands can stay at heart center, or if you feel okay here, maybe you reach them high. We'll be in our tree pose for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands to heart center. Don't release the knee just yet. We're gonna come into dancers. Dancers are a key pose. You drop your foot, I'm not looking, I promise. So from here, I'm gonna lift my right arm high, and I'm gonna swing my left leg back. Beautiful. Left hand comes out like it's holding a tray. And then maybe I can reach it back, grabbing onto my left foot, just like I did in my bow pose from earlier. Kick the foot into the hand. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Woo! Right ankles are on fire, right? All right, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. You can walk your feet back. We'll take it on the other side. Feel free to take a nice open mouth exhale here. Definitely a tricky combo, especially if your ankles aren't used to that. So left leg steps forward, low runner's lunge. I got my foot in the right spot this time. All right, airplane arms, float the chest. As you're ready, reach high, high lunge. So recently my yoga teacher was saying that she bends her knee a little bit in her crescent lunge. For me, it always feels better with my right leg straight. Right, so I'm talking back leg. The front leg's always bent. But if it feels good to you to bend that back leg just a little bit, feels better in your low back, feel free to play with that option. You know what feels the most safe in your body. One last breath here. Hands come to heart center. We're stepping into our tree. Focus, find a dristy point. Once you've found your balance, begin to grow the tree. We're there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands return to heart. Maybe that right knee stays up. Hang in there. All right, right leg kind of swings back. Draw the knees together. Left hand high. Right hand holds a tray. If this is okay, reach back, grab onto the foot wherever you can. And then kick the foot into the hand. Take your variation of dancers for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release back down. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold. We're gonna take 2 forward folds here, setting up for yogi toe lock first. So 2 fist distance between the feet. Take your peace sign fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Bend deeply into the knees. Let the chest come to rest on the thighs, like you're squishing upper and lower body together. And the head comes as close to between the knees as you can get. A little more weight into the balls of the feet. Just be cautious you don't tumble forward. I've definitely done that. With your next inhale, keep hanging onto your hands, just gaze forward. I feel like this is a nice shoulder stretch, a nice stretch of the back body. Inhale, and exhale, fold forward. Release, this time sliding the hands underneath the feet, if that's available for Hastasana. And then we're finding gorilla pose. The fingertips tickle the backs of the wrist. Again, deep bend through the knees. If you feel like you can easily get the legs straight, but keep that thigh to belly contact, then bend into the elbows. Gaze to the rear of the mat. Keep the eyes open here. All right, beautiful. From here, we're gonna come to sit in Malasana. So I'm gonna turn around just so you can see what Malasana looks like. Your feet are probably about as wide as the mat, and you're gonna press your heels into the earth. So if this posture does not feel comfortable, if you have really tight hips, you can always come up a little bit higher. You wanna sit on a block or on your book at home, also cool. Hands are at the heart, and kind of rock from side to side, really deep hip stretch. So we haven't done a lot of hips tonight, so hopefully this is kind of opening that part of the body here. 2 more breaths. All right, and if you feel like you'd like to play with crow pose or bakasana, you're a great chance to do it. If you'd like to ask me more questions about it later, you're like, how does this happen? think it's easier to see from the side. So I like to come to the tips of my toes, bring both my feet together, so I'm kind of like frog-legged. And then I place my hands about the shoulders with distance. Maybe even a little bit wider, if that feels like a better, firmer base. And then I bend my knees. My knees come to rest on the back of my biceps. When I started practicing crow a lot, there were bruises on my arms. Lift up one foot, gaze forward. Lift up your other foot. If you can, hang in here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back down to your vinyasa. If you totally just watch, that's fine. Don't sweat it, you can do it later. All right. We're gonna come down onto our seat. Reach our legs out long. I'll swing to face you, actually. So we're just gonna take a relaxed Paschimottanasana first. So bring your knees hip width distance apart, a little bend through the legs, sweep hands underneath. Relax the low back. Head can come to rest between the knees if that's available. And then with your next breath, we'll begin to come up into reverse table. All right, reverse table is my favorite secret shoulder stretch. So I think it's just like this crab soccer sensation. But if you move from right to left a little, like you're kind of just like shaking your shoulders, it's totally glorious. So just hang there for 2 more breaths. Release your hips back down onto the earth. We'll take a full Paschimottanasana now, so legs extend out long. If you have your strap handy and you want to use it, it's really helpful here. So I'll demo with that. The strap wraps around the balls of my feet. I try to have a nice soft grip on the strap, and then I just begin to fold myself forward. Again, try to find that thigh to belly connection. Last breath. Begin to come back up. You can release the strap. This time we're going to take either reverse tabletop again or Parsvottanasana, a reverse plank. So for this, bring the entirety of the feet together. You're not opening your legs up, but you want to have your toes touching, your heels touching, and then kind of step them out just a little bit. I always forget how tall I am with this one. Here we go. So toes and heels are on the earth. Press those toes down, lion's breath here. One more like that, hips lift. Release the hips back down to the earth. Beautiful. We'll go right into Janushirshasana. Bend your left knee in. Left knee gets as close to the earth as you can get it. If you can bend it and it's more out here and that feels more comfortable, that's fine. So right leg extends out long, shoulders square towards that leg. Inhale, arms reach. And exhale, fold over, maybe grabbing onto your strap. Pulling yourself in again, nice kind of option. Release your strap. You can put it over on the left side. We're going to take a twisted Janushirshasana. So take your right hand, bring it to the outside of the left knee. You're kind of gazing over the left shoulder, finding that spinal twist. Flex actively through the right toes, and then lean back just like you would do in your side angle or your triangle. Stretch is right here in the left side body into the hip. Flex those right toes. Gate pose. Left hand plants behind you. Come up onto the left knee. Right arm reaches back. Gaze back at the right palm if that feels okay. 2 breaths. Release down to the earth. We'll switch out the legs. Left leg out long, right knee bends in. And again, square the shoulders to the long leg. Arms reach, grab for the strap if you'd like it. And as you're ready, begin to come back up. We'll take that twisted Jani Trishasana. So this time, we take our left hand, bring it to the outside of the right knee, gaze over that right shoulder. So we're kind of twisting the whole body around to the rear of the mat. Flex through the left toes. Right arm reaches up and over. Roll that right shoulder back. See if you can gaze at the sky. And as you're ready, returning to gate, right hand down. Come onto the right shin, left arm reaches. Look back at the hand if you can, 2 breaths. Everything comes back down to the earth. Beautiful. We're gonna come right into our down dog. So I like to cross my legs here. And just see if I can kind of wiggle my way back into my down dog shape. We're setting up for half pigeon. If you know that you'd like a seated figure 4, feel free to take it. Otherwise, come with me. Right leg reaches, bend your right knee in. Let the right knee come behind the right wrist. And then the heel of the right foot is close to the left wrist. Walk that left knee back. Check, make sure the toes point straight towards the back of the room. And maybe come down to the forearms. Maybe you can come all the way down onto your forehead. With your next breath, begin to come back up. So option to take mermaid here. So because we've done a lot of grabbing of the foot tonight, this might be a nice option. Your quads might be a little open. If you're not feeling it, ignore me. So I like to walk my right hand in just a little bit. So I'm walking my right hand closer over to the left side of my mat. Grab onto it. So the full variation of this posture, I would bring it into the crook of my elbow. Or I don't know if that's possible. And then think about lifting my chest up, gazing high. We'll hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release down if you took that. Plant your hands in front of you, and we'll step back, finding down dog. Maybe you flip your dog, or just fan the hip open. And then as you're ready, you return to the upside down V shape. Full breath. Left leg lifts, crunch that left knee in behind the left wrist. Square the shin as much as you can to the top of the mat. And we'll drop our right knee down, inchworming it back. Untuck the toes, make sure that you point straight back. I like to find a squaring of my hips here and then begin to fold forward. We'll be here for about 8 breaths. Walking your hands back in towards your shin, option here to take mermaid variation. You might notice it feels very different on this side, so I'd encourage you to explore it. So walking my left hand over towards my left foot, the right side of my mat, and then I'm gazing over my right shoulder. From here, I bring my foot in, grab onto it, see if we can get it into that elbow. Ooh, side's much better. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Awesome. We're going to just release that hip, tuck your right toes behind you, sweep left leg up, down dog split. Do anything that feels good in your body. I invite you to explore one last vinyasa here, just finding any last strength remaining. Lower down. I always like to hold this up dog a little longer to open up my chest, stretch out my low back. And then we'll find a comfortable seat. All right. So we have about enough time to take 2 back bends here. Maybe just sliding a block underneath your sacrum and supporting your hips feels good. Maybe you're just not really feeling in the mood for back bends, your call. But if you want to come with me, we'll take bridge and then we'll go into wheel or upward facing bow. So bridge first, reach down for the heels, step them 1 footprint away from you, a little bit wider than the hips. So nice, really open foundation. Press into hands, press into heels, lift the hips up. Squeeze your butt here. It's okay to use the glutes. Don't move the head or neck, gaze up towards the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release back down. You can either take that exact same variation again or wiggle the shoulders under the body, interlacing the fingers in a fist like we did in the humble warrior. I'm going to take wheel. If you'd like to come with it or if you want to work on it in future classes, let me know. So I'm going to bring my fingertips down towards my shoulders, little grasshopper elbows. I'm going to come up to the crown of my head first. And then from here, elbows squeeze a little closer together. Lift up. Squeeze the butt again. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. All right, we're going to take Supine Twist. So diamond-shaped feet with the feet, the legs, soles of the feet pressed together, knees open wide. One hand can come to the belly, one can come to the heart. Just take 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. And then just let the knees come back to center. Let's take a little variation as we come into our supine twist. So cross the right leg over. We'll let that right heel rest on the left knee. And then begin to walk your left foot out to the side. And you should find a stretch through the front part of the left hip. So the legs are falling over to the right. We just kind of walk that left foot over to the left. You can reach your left arm out long if that feels good. One last breath. And then beginning to walk the left foot back in. You can uncross that leg, lift the right leg high, place the right heel back down on the earth. Great. Release the hips, you can wiggle them. Left leg reaches high, flex the left toes, cross it over. Beautiful. And then we walk the right foot out over to the right and just let our legs fall over to the left, just a hair. Right arm can reach out long, maybe you gaze towards the right fingers. You should be feeling a gentle stretch in the front of the right hip. One more breath. Begin to make your way back in. And then as you're ready, hug everything into a little ball. Take a moment to find gratitude. Gratitude that you have a body that's capable of yoga asana practice. Gratitude that you took some time for self-care this evening. Maybe gratitude for one other thing in your life. Perhaps just the sun today, maybe that you're healthy and safe. And as you're ready, we'll slowly release out, finding your Shavasana. Feel free to say traditional Shavasana, allowing the legs to come long on the mat and the palms to face up towards the sky. If you'd like to kind of support the low back, feel free to plant the heels on the earth and point the knees up towards the ceiling. If a seated posture feels better in the body, that's an option as well. Just anywhere that you can be still, both in the body and the mind. So just letting the ground, letting the mat support you here. Letting the practice sink in. If thoughts come into the head, just let them pass away from you. And we'll spend the next moment here in silence for rest and for peace. Beginning to deepen your breath. Finding little movements in the fingers and the toes, small circles with the ankles and the wrists. And then maybe drawing the knees into your chest, rolling over to your favorite side. And then as you're ready, slowly begin to make your way up to a comfortable seat, taking your time to get there. You need to grab a prop on the way to make this a comfortable shape. Do that. Hands can come to rest, palms facing down for grounding and stability. Maybe today the palms face up and your heart is open and you're finding acceptance for yourself, others. This curious situation we're in. Returning to your intention if you set one for this evening. The highest aim of any spiritual path is letting go. Trusting that at the level of spirit, everything is always unfolding perfectly. Embrace uncertainty and cherish it as tenderly as a newborn baby. With your next breath, hands come to heart, thumbs press into the sternum. We'll close out our practice here with a single sound of Om. Inhale deeply. And exhale, sigh out. Inhale for Om. With With your next breath, comes to third eye center, the place between the eyebrows, the place of insight. The light, the teacher inside me, honors the light and the teacher in all of us. Thank you for sharing your breath, your energy, and your practice. I bow to you in your soul. Namaste. All right, I'll unmute you guys momentarily. We don't have any animals interrupting our yoga class. This is a first time experience. All right, hello. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good, okay, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Next week, there's gonna be a new playlist. I swear to it. I've applied to 6 jobs at this point. What can I even do? Who knows? Cool. All right. Well, have a lovely night. If you have questions on anything, let me know, and I will hopefully see you very soon.
All right, great. Thanks, Christine. Good luck with your job search.
Oh, thank you so much.